Hi there. The classics of Tai Chi tell us we should step lightly and in a single weighted way. That means one leg has all the weight and the other light. So when we touch the ground with our heel, when we're walking forwards, there's no weight in it. And drop by drop by drop, we put our weight in, the other leg peels off, light in the other foot, the heel goes down lightly. And as I step, my foot rolls onto the ground. The other leg peels, 100% stable. So if you feel unstable, if you feel you're not grounded and connected, just rest in that position. Just wait until your muscles soften. Scan around your body, feel where you're holding on, and just let gravity press you onto the foot. You may need to do a bit of jigging around to bring your body weight right over your foot so you can fully relax until this leg is free to move. And if you overstep or step too far, you'll find yourself falling into the step. You don't want to do that either. You want to sink and just let your foot come out. It doesn't need to come out more than just a small amount. Roll into the front foot as you come forwards, the back foot peels. Now I'm all in the front leg. Back leg swims through and touches heel down if I'm going forwards, or toe down if I'm stepping backwards. Every step really light. And I'd like to show you a bit more precision about stepping. So I'm going to take an album. I'm going to take the middle bit out first so we don't break it. The nice thing about an album is it's 12 inches square, which is pretty much shoulder width. So if I put the album on the floor, I'm going to have one foot with the middle of the heel on one side and the other foot on the corner on the other side. So if you can see that, I've got my front foot on the corner and the back foot on the corner. My feet, my front foot, my left foot is facing straight ahead to 12 o'clock. My back foot, which is my right foot, is facing out to about 11 o'clock. My hips are turned so that they face the same direction as the front, same my shoulders, same my head. So my center line is exactly between my feet. I'm sitting with my hips resting into my legs. My body is upright. I've lifted up my chest, sternum up, back of the neck up, and then just relaxing into the posture. Bow stance. This is called the bow stance. And it's our basic stance, it's our stable stance, and it's the stance that many of the postures in Tai Chi adopt. And we can either be left foot forward or heels over the corners of the album. Turn it that way. Sorry, David, I'm treading all over you. Right foot forwards, hips forwards, shoulders and gaze forwards. Left foot out to 11 o'clock and resting. What I see many beginners struggle with is that their hips are turned to the side. Their foot's straight ahead, but their hips are turned. The problem lies in the answer, if you like, lies in softening this hip joint, letting it sit down and turn. So the back hip joint comes forward and the front hip joint goes backwards. I'll just come in a bit closer so you can pull my trousers up so you can see that. If you find your straight ahead direction is to the front, but your hips are to the angle, soften the front hip joint and let it turn backwards, and let the front hip joint come forwards. And you end up with your hips level, shoulders and head forwards on the center line of the body, directly between the legs. how do we move from one posture to another? Have a look. I'll do it first without the album. I'm standing with my left foot forwards. I want to turn 90 degrees to face this way. I move forward onto my left foot. I turn. I take a step. I glide into the 50-50. I turn my waist. Now I'm facing 90 degrees and I finally sink. So there are 6 stages in this movement. I move forward, all the weight goes into the front foot. Look at my back heel peel off. 1, I've moved the weight. When I find my weight and my axis over my right foot, I turn. I'm facing the corner. From the side, I'm now facing the corner. I take a step, that's the 3rd action. I move my weight. I turn. I take a step. I move in. My feet are at 90 degrees and my body's facing the corner. I've moved into the center. That's the 4th action. The 5th action is I turn again. As I turn my waist, my back foot comes in and I'm moving it on the heel. Toes glide on the ground. I turn and I finally sink into the posture. So there are 6 stages. Weight, turn, step. Middle or move, turn, and sink. And what you should look for is the accuracy in all these different stages. Each stage complete in itself, the next stage builds on it. And what you don't do is you don't just overlap them, because if you overlap them, guaranteed something's going to be inaccurate. And what we want to try and do is move like the cogs of a watch, really, really accurately, to understand what we do with our bodies, to learn how we move and how we can find a relaxed way of moving. So let's set it up again with the left foot forwards. First of all, my heels are shoulder width. My front heel is not that much further forward than my back toes. So with that album on the ground, it's quite a small step. It's quite a small, narrow step. It's not a big, long step, and it's definitely not a wide step. Comfortable, just contained, upright and relaxed. I glide my weight drop by drop by drop by drop by drop to the front foot until my axis is over the front foot. Weight, move the weight. The back heel peels off the ground. There's no weight in the back leg. 2, turn, just as far as the corner. So I was facing 12 o'clock. Now I'm facing 10:30. Turn. I'm sunk and stable over my left, so I can place the heel down of my right foot. There's no weight in it. Step. Move in. This is moving from my left foot halfway between the feet, equally between the feet. And as I do, the ball of my right foot pushes onto the ground. Weight in both legs, upright, still facing the corner. I haven't turned, I've moved into the center, move. The 5th aspect is turning the hips. So again, I want to turn the hips from the corner to the direction I want to go in, which is the direction of my right foot. So turn the waist. And if you look at the left foot, as I turn, the toes come in until my waist is in the direction I want to travel. My feet are in the right place on the corners of the album. And the final thing, relax all the muscles and let the body sink. And I've moved from that corner to that corner. Wait, turn, step, move, turn, sink. This is common in many of the moves of the form. Maybe a move like ward off left, where the hand is in a nice round circle. Hands open, nothing's collapsed, everything's nice and big. This hand is in a nice round curve with the thumb resting on the crease of the trousers. Not limp and it's not hanging, it's alive. As if there was a big beach ball here, I'd be holding it. So I move forwards, I turn, step, move into the center, turn the waist and the foot at the same time and sink. Now I'm in the posture of ward off right. And if you look at ward off right, nice curved right arm, center of the hand is at the height of the throat on the center line, and the fingers of the left in a straight line looking into the center of the hand. There's about one span between the body and the elbow. If you look at my posture, the hips are level, the shoulders are level, the head straight ahead, the hand at the height of the throat, the fingers looking into the hand, one span from the body to the elbow, and sunk and relaxed. So you hold the posture, but you take out all unnecessary holding. So you don't want your elbow up here, you've got too much holding. Let the weight of the elbow drop. Let the muscles of the shoulder relax. Keep the body upright. Just enough tension in the hands to hold the body in place. And if a wind would blow through the room, the body would sway. It's so loosely held. It's not rigid and strong. It's nice and loose and fluid. So if the hips move, the rest of the body follows. Get that kind of watery feeling going on. So just a small introduction to the standing posture, the bow stance, and then a couple of postures from the form. Ward off left with the left foot and the left arm forward, and ward off right with the right leg forward and the right arm forward, slightly higher than ward off left. Thank you.